Hey, welcome back to Hair Tuesdays, and today's topic we're going to talk about the top 5 ways to keep your hair moisturized. And I think this works for whether you're natural or if you just have perm hair or whatever. Hair needs moisture regardless of the actual texture of it. So I wanted to share with you guys my personal top 5 ways that I feel like you can keep your hair moisturized. So we're going to start from the bottom up and we're going to work our way that way. So we're going to jump right into it. So the first one is going to be get your spray bottle. I'm mad at myself because I actually thought I had mine here, but you can actually go to any Walmart, Target, dollar store, anyway. Just get you a little spray bottle and put some water in it. H2O. Simply, some people may add like petals or lavender or something like that to their water just to kind of add whatever extra nutrients they feel they want to, but just plain simple water. This costs you a whole $1 and maybe 5 cents with taxes. And what you're going to want to do is, for your natural young ladies, this particular part is for you natural ladies, is moisturize twice a day with that water. So when you get up in the morning, put some water to it, spritz it, and seal it. We'll get to that seal part next later on in our top 5, but right now we're just focusing on water. That is one of the biggest things that can help you, maintain moisture. If you're someone like me who absorb water and your hair tends to shrink or it tends to poof up, all you have to do is seal it. And like, as I said, we'll get to that next. So like I said, in the mornings when you get up and before you go to bed, and this is for natural young ladies, and you go to put your hair in the style or just in a certain setting where you want it to be worn the next day, moisturize with some water. Alright, so our next one is going to be number 4, my favorite, co-washing. Now, some people get co-washing confused with deep conditioning as well as shampooing. A co-wash is basically built to add moisture as well. The conditioner softens and also detangles in between washes. It really does help you retain that natural moisture in your hair. I honestly feel like if you're using a natural brand that has a line of natural products, again, this is for natural young ladies, I believe you can actually use any natural conditioner as your co-wash. You just don't need as much. And my recommendation for you guys is, when you do your co-wash, don't put it on the scalp. Focus on your ends, because your ends are the oldest part of your hair. Okay? So you want to co-wash that part of your hair. So like I said, number 4, that is one of the biggest contributions you can make to maintaining moisture in your hair. Now, number 3 is protective styling, which is one of my all-time favorite. As you can see, I have my hair in protective styling now. Usually I wear it mostly, I want to say majority of the winter time. I may occasionally, in between like washes or things like that, I may wear it out, just because like this past week I wore it out almost every day of the week, but during the weekend, which is my wash day, I had it and I didn't style it to wear it out, so I wear my protective styling. And sometimes during the hotter parts of the summer, I do tend to wear my hair in, because of course we all know as natural young ladies, heat hurts your hair. Okay, and as hot as it get here in Texas, I just feel like sometimes my hair doesn't need to fight that battle, so I will put it in a protective styling. Now, I will do a video on different types of protective styling, because people don't understand that, protective styling, they think so many different things, but there's other ways that you can incorporate a protective styling. So I'll do a different video, but if you have questions, definitely leave them down in the comment box for me, okay? So our next one is, we're going to talk about number 2 is the LOC method, which is what when I was discussing number 5 with the spray bottle. Okay, anytime you add any type of liquid form to your hair, if you're applying, so you spray that water on there, but you need something to seal it. Okay, this is where the LOC method comes in. there's two ways that I tell, well, actually we'll say three. There's three ways that you can use the LOC method, okay? Now, the L stands for, as you'll see at the bottom, the L stands for liquid. Liquid can be anywhere between a setting lotion, which is sulfate free, you know, doesn't have any harsh chemicals, and is made for your natural hair. You can leave an actual leave-in conditioner, or you can just use plain old water. Those are the three things that I recommend you using for, you know, your liquid during the LOC method. Now the O stands for oil. Now this is the part where I feel like you can kind of just take this and run with it. You know your hair better. For me, I can use three types of oils. They work wonderful for my hair, but there's one that I can't because it's too heavy on my hair on top of the natural oils that I produce. I recommend either a coconut oil, aloe vera oil, and I know some people are sensitive to olive oil, so I would recommend coconut, and vice versa if you're sensitive to coconut. Or you could just use plain old Jamaican castor oil. African Americans, it is the balm for our hair. It's like life for our hair. But those of you who are not of 100% African American, but you are a natural woman, I do recommend you using a tea tree, or like a coconut oil, or maybe a jojoba. I know I'm probably saying that word right, so I'm going to just put it down here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Don't do me. But anyway, so yeah, so those are the types of oils you can use. And then of course your C will stand for a cream. Now this can be anywhere between your styling cream, or it can also actually be a conditioner cream. But if it's really creamy, like it has to be, let me see, I'm going to show you guys. Try to show you what, you know, people don't know. This is creamy, okay? Very thick. It's you see how it's sticking? That's the type of cream you want to use. You don't want, if the first ingredient, and this is what I always tell people, you want to find a very creamy product, if the first ingredient is water, it's not going to work good as a cream. So what I recommend, if you have that already, don't use it. If you have a styling gel, preferably like an eco gel, I wouldn't do the white one, which is actual gel to actually like slick your hair down, to like lay it down. I would recommend using either the aloe vera one or the argan oil one. You can also, I use Shea Moisture products, so I use a lot of their styling cream. They have like a styling smoothie, they have a styling souffle. I know who else, Aunt Jackie, she has a product where it's a Flexi Seed product as well, and she has a couple of, so I know there's a lot of people who produce natural products where you can find a very good cream, but I always recommend you read the very first ingredient on here, and if it says aqua, which is water, or sometimes it'll put in parentheses water, that's not a good cream you want to use. So that is basically what your LOC method is. It's going to be a liquid, an oil, and then a cream. So that's basically what you can do to seal in that moisture. So if you just in the morning you apply water, I recommend you sealing it with a oil or some type of cream. And then finally, last but not least, and I'm actually going to put these two together, I feel like these are the ultimate #1 ways to maintain moisture in your hair. The first one is to wash less. Yes, I said it, ladies, wash less, and that means shampoo. Believe it or not, I always refer people who are going through the process of being natural or anything like that, I refer them to a person who has dreads. What locks their dreads and what allows them to gain length and thickness is dirt. The natural oils, the natural dirts that our scalp will automatically produce are like the balm for our hair, okay? So the less you shampoo, the less, yes, you know, it will say sulfate free, you know, this different types of things, but no matter what, that shampoo is there to you know, get rid of the dirt in your pores, get rid of the buildup oil and all that. So if you don't have any buildup, but it's just your natural oil, shampooing all the time will knock that out. And so I recommend you shampoo once a month. Now the only time I feel like if you have to go to 2 months is if you're consistently wearing your hair in a style, meaning out, and you're consistently adding product and your scalp tends to get itchy or dry. And you'll know if it's dry because as you part, if you see, you know, the dryness in your scalp and you know you've consistently moisturizing oil, then maybe yes, you may need to shampoo. But what I recommend is if you get I know I got this bottle here. I use this for my toner. I have my toner in it, but it's a travel size bottle. You can get a bottle like this, or you can get a squirt bottle. Like I said, some places you can get 2 in a pack for $1 or $2, so that way you'll have one for your water. And for this particular one, you can put about this much of shampoo. So if you're using this bottle, you'll put it to the right where this label starts, and the rest water, and shake it up. And that's what you can use to shampoo your hair in between the big shampoo that you do. With that being said, I also recommend that when you do shampoo, do a pre-poo. And I am going to do a video on that to elaborate for you guys, because I know you're going to say, well, what is a pre-poo? I will put a description of it just right here, like a brief one for you guys to give you an idea. But I'll definitely put a video, because this is a series of just natural hair dedicated for you guys, okay? And to follow up with that number one thing, the most important, I put this with shampoo because I always fall back on it: increase your water intake. No matter what, I promise you, you will see a great difference when you increase your water intake. Now, certain people will recommend to you, if you weigh this much, this is how much water, ounces of such and such you're supposed to intake. But everyone's bladder, honestly, it's not built that way. What I recommend you doing is start off, especially if you're not a big water drinker, which I don't know who these days are not. I love water. But if you're not a big water drinker, what I recommend you do is, I have 2 tricks for you to keep you drinking water consistently. The first thing you do when you get up in the morning before you brush your teeth or anything, drink a bottle of water, or at least a cup of water. Then after you eat breakfast and things like that, in between your lunch and breakfast, have another bottle of water. What I recommend is, if you take your phone and actually set a reminder on your phone, and you put it to something that it will catch your attention, and it will tell you, because I honestly have the same thing. When I first started this, my daughter would be like, "Mommy, your phone going off," and I check it. It says read water. It says drink water, and I'll drink water. If you are a coffee drinker, I recommend, as soon as you finish your coffee, you need to have some water. Okay, that is also a great way to help intake. Bottom line is, increase your water take. Okay, if you have any other questions on the specific topics that I discussed in these top 5s, please definitely leave them down in the comment box, and I will get back with you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video and you're excited to see the remaining series parts of this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button so you can stay in tune. Make sure you turn on your notifications, so anytime Heavenly drops something for you guys, you are the first to know. And again, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.